You lay down. Hi, everybody. Happy Christmas Eve to all. We know we're late, but we've been doing Christmas Eve stuff. So it's been a fun day for us. We wanted to talk about, this is our 21 days of bringing joy back into your marriage. And so this might be a great day for you, and it might be a little rocky for you. So here's some tips for the rest of the evening, or even for tomorrow or the next days going forward. Think back and talk about your feelings of when you had a super fun time together. Because when we focus on having a super fun time together and how great that made us feel, that's when we can start rejuvenating. And Christmas is a time to say how you're feeling, and in love and in good spirit. And Christmas is a time for grace and unconditional love. And that's what we believe. And so I think that helps generate better feelings. And let's leave the past in the past and let's go forward. And so I want to tell you one time when Kevin and I were dating, it was 16 years ago. So if you think about that, we didn't have an iWatch. We didn't have GPS on our phone. Can you imagine? We had to use a map, like a paper map. And so we were in San Diego. And when I was trying to show him around San Diego because I lived there when I was in high school, and I knew San Diego, but then after a while, cities change when you haven't really lived there very long. And so I knew where places were, but I just knew I needed to go that direction, and I would just follow where I knew I needed to go, and we would drive around. And now, if you know Kevin, he'll get out his GPS on his phone to do anything, right? And so for him to sit in the passenger seat and just hang out with me and let me drive him all over, and I'd be like, oh, hey, but this is how I find a new street, or I would have never known that was there if I didn't go down this street or have this adventure. And so sometime I'll let Kevin talk, but it brings me joy in my heart because it's just something that it's really fun. It's a fun memory for me because I know him now because I was dating then, but now I know how hard that must have been for him, and he just kind of let go and had fun.
That's right.
I don't know what you were feeling.
So, yes, I was in the passenger seat, and she was telling me about this giant cross that she was going to show me. And she knew where it was. It's just right over there. It's on the hill.
Right.
So we can find it.
Yeah.
And she started down one street, and we started climbing. It was inside of a neighborhood, and we started climbing this road. And then all of a sudden, we kind of ended up at a dead end somewhere. We couldn't go any further, and so that wasn't the right way. And so we turned around, and we went back another way, and we took another turn. And then we went around the hill this way some more, and we climbed up. And we saw pretty much every part of the neighborhood in that area of San Diego that night.
See, now you got to see that. And we listened to music.
And we enjoyed all of that, and we had fun. We laughed. She laughed at herself because she couldn't find it. She goes, I know it's here somewhere. And I just, like she said, I just let go. There wasn't anything I could do about it. I was along for the ride.
Literally.
And literally 16 years later, I am still hanging on along for the ride, just seeing where Darla is going to take me next.
It's pretty fun, though.
It is pretty fun.
But tell them what you found.
So we finally did find the cross, and it really was up on a high hill in San Diego. And the cross is actually a memorial a war memorial for World War II, I believe. And so there are plaques there for soldiers that died in that war. And it was very awe inspiring when we got to see it. And also, there is a park bench that outlooks over the city of San Diego. And we got to sit on the park bench and just snuggle and hold each other. And we might have even had a kiss there, I think, and just enjoy that evening in San Diego, looking out at the lights and the stars twinkling in the sky and this cross shining up behind us, kind of like the star that you see back there. And so it was a wonderful time. And I learned from that I can afford to loosen up a little bit and let go and have some fun. It actually is possible. And I have found over the last 16 years that I have a lot more fun when I do that. And so there are times that I'll just let Darla drive and decide where it is we're going to go. And the next thing you know, we're in some great adventure that I never expected was going to happen. So think about a memory, maybe when you were dating, maybe it was early in your marriage, maybe it was last week. And talk about those feelings that you had with each other and how wonderful they were. Make sure it's a fun time. And try to rekindle those moments and talk about how you felt and maybe what you learned from that, if anything, or maybe you just had fun. And enjoy the evening with your family. And be sure and know that the best present that you can give anyone in your family is your presence.
And your love and your grace.
That's right. So
And
have
your
a
presence.
Merry Christmas Eve and a Merry Christmas tomorrow.
That's really good.
Thanks,
You're
everybody.
The best present is your presence.
That's
Good
right.
job, honey.
We'll talk to you later.
Merry Christmas.